Jennifer Harris, affectionately known as Jamma, had been working at McDonald's for 15 years to provide for her 6 children, but Thursday morning she never made it home. The 39-year-old manager was fatally stabbed by one of her employees during a dispute at the East Point McDonald's on Ninth Mile Road, just minutes after opening. Witnesses say the incident started with a verbal argument. Harris reportedly asked the employee to leave the premises. Moments later, the same employee returned wearing a mask, hiding her face except for her hands. According to a drive-through witness, that's when she pulled out a knife and began stabbing Harris without warning. One customer, a licensed CPL holder, gun holder, was waiting in the drive-thru and saw the attack unfold. In an attempt to stop the assault, he fired. He fired a shot in the air. The suspect fled, but he followed and held her at gunpoint until police arrived. Okay, so apparently drama was taking place at McDonald's, man. Now, the woman that got stabbed was the manager, and the woman that stabbed her up was an employee there. So apparently they had been getting into it with one another, and the employee believed she was using her power, her position and authority over her to, and not only her, other people also. So I'm gonna play some of her basically telling you what the manager had been doing in the store and what led to her stabbing her, because she actually went live complaining about this. So let's see what she had to say, what the manager was doing.
I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I got to take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on like putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard and doing great. I got sent home early.
Okay, so for the most part, right there. So according to her, what she's saying is the manager is going around in the store throwing her weight around, and she kept sending her home. And she basically saying she need her check. She got things she need to do. So I need my check. I come here to work. I be needing my check. You sending me home. And she frustrated about it. She's saying like, look, that stuff needs to stop. Or what she was doing. So she believed the manager was abusing her power and position and making herself seem like she was better than everybody else in the store because she was the manager. Now, let's go to the next clip she said, because she say some more stuff.
Great. I got sent home early. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I caught her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. It happens. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. So fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she don't be making mistakes. I be catching her. So all that animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, then trying to tell me I'm always snapping on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her, no, I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's going to stop. All that negative shit she's saying about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all of that in there and then playing game sense. You want to take our belt off and beat somebody? Y'all act like my kids in here. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you.
Okay, and right there, she basically talking about how the manager, you know, once again, continue to go around the store, gossiping about people, saying all type of things about people, and not respecting them as adults. Basically saying she need to take her belt off and basically whoop some ass because y'all be acting like her kids type stuff. And basically saying she be accusing them of saying certain things that they really don't be saying, but that's just her way of saying that to justify the things she be saying. And to continue to abuse her position of power over them of being regular employees and she being the manager.
That shit is crazy. On 2 days in a row, man. And I came in on my off day to make up my time and she still sends me home early. It's not funny. Somebody will have to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, you know, she could keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't. On 2 days in a row, man.
Okay, there you have it. So she kept complaining. She kept talking about something going to have to change. Somebody going to have to do something about that. And she took it upon herself and did it herself. So she dressed up, covered herself in a mask. After they had a disagreement and she was sent home. And I guess she believes she finally had enough of it and came in the store while the manager was working the drive-thru and just started stabbing her up without warning. It's sad. It's sad because you see two of these sisters, one dead and one going to prison for the rest of their life. McDonald's, right. This is supposed to be the happy restaurant where, you know, you bring the kids and things like that. But some of these restaurants be ghetto as hell. I ain't gonna even hold you, man. You know what's crazy, man? One of the most important jobs in the world that people have is at restaurants, managing and prepping and taking care of our food for us. But yet in those places, they are the most like unprotected place. Like these people don't get tested for drugs. These people don't be tested for diseases. These people don't be tested for mental illnesses or none of that. But yet they handle our food every day like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. The most important things that go in our bodies, they handle. You don't know what these people can be going through. That's why I'm just keeping it real. I really don't like eating at restaurants. I don't. I used to work at a couple restaurants and I seen some nasty stuff, boy. I'm keeping it real. Hell, I was one of them too. Hell, I was even nasty at the damn restaurant. I'd be in there, I'd be hungry, eating off people's plates, stealing one of their shrimps, taking fries off their plates. Terrible. Other people was doing it too. So I know how it is. So I'm like, yeah, I knew what I was doing. Man, everybody was doing it. And I don't think it changed. It ain't changed. So I don't even be liking that type of stuff, man. And then it's crazy because I have seen many people in position of powers who be managers and general managers throwing their weight around, acting like they big shots. Not to say that this is actually true of what this woman said. But I definitely saw it many times. I saw these things happen. You know, where you know a person in their own private life outside the restaurant have no power, relationship going bad, no respect in their home. But then you come to your work where you got power and you try to take out on your employees in the workplace on them what's going on in your private life that you have no control over. Yeah, I done saw that many times. Many times I saw that. And in the process of seeing this, I understand that it happens. Again, I'm not familiar whether or not what she's saying is true or not, because the woman is dead. The woman is dead. You know what I mean? And she ain't here to defend herself. But I wouldn't doubt her to put it past her that what she's saying may not be true. Because I done seen these things happen on many occasions. And this goes to show you never know who you're dealing with. And then, like the girl was saying out of her mouth, like, you keep sending me home, I need my check. And then I come back to make up for the hours that you send me home. Then you're sending me home again. Like, you're playing a game with my life. You're playing a game with me. And it's like you're trying to provoke me when I come in to work to have a reason and excuse to send me home to cover yourself. But you really now making the working place a hostile environment to work in as a result of you abusing your power position and throwing your weight around. I mean, I could get that. And I wouldn't doubt that this girl is telling the truth. We just can't prove whether or not she's telling the truth because the other woman is dead and she can't defend herself. So we only got to go off of what she's saying. And now she done wasted her life and she finna spend life in prison for what she did because she didn't have to do that. You could have easily got a job anywhere else. You could have easily got a job anywhere else. But she was so, it became personal. She was so angry and mad at this woman. It wasn't even about the job no more. She just wanted to relieve herself of what she believed getting even with the lady who was using her job against her. So she wanted to do something within the workplace that was also outside the workplace to show that you don't run me, you know. And she probably was embarrassed too, you know, because these women was black, so I'm pretty sure it was a lot of smart flipping off at the lip going on, embarrassing one another, showing off, snapping on one another in front of the employees. So that's another thing. People get embarrassed to the point of, you know, nah, you ain't finna do me like that. And I can tell that's what it was. Pride and arrogant, emotions running high, showing off in front of other employees. The manager putting her foot down to show, like, I'm going to use her for an example. I'm going to use her as an example to y'all. And then she letting her know, like, look, I don't give a damn about this job, okay? I don't give a damn about this job. But what you're not going to do is think you're going to keep on disrespecting me and doing this because, hey, that's what happens. She was mad, pissed off, fed up, embarrassed. So she put a mask on, came back, and just got to stabbing a woman up, and she lost her life. And she got 6 kids that she left behind. And it's crazy because even though they say, oh, she was a loving mother, she was a good mother, possibly so, maybe so, to those who she wanted to love and be good to. But being a good person should be exclusive and not selective. If you're going to use those words and say, she was a good person, she never did this, okay. But good to who? Because apparently some of these employees who was under her didn't think she was a good person to them. They believed she was actually trying to belittle them, shame them because she was a manager and they was employees. You know, so they didn't feel the same way at all. That's how come you never know, man. You never know, man. You don't let nobody take you from your life and your family, man. That's why you always got to make sure you right with God. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. You cannot trust people at all. Bad enough you can't trust your family and loved ones. How much more an outsider who may be going through something? You never know who you then triggered off. You probably been just the last snap. You know what I mean? That have happened many times. So you got to be careful, man, of what you're doing when you leave your home. You know what I mean? because you don't know what people going through. Mental illness is real. A lot of these people is psychologically off balance. All it takes is for a simple thing to trigger them, and before you know it, that's what happened. And that's exactly what happened in this situation. She didn't even see it coming. She was at the drive-thru when the girl come right up with a mask on, didn't say nothing, didn't start it with an argument, just got to stabbing away till it was too late. Now, who you think was influencing this young lady in her mind to do that? The devil. She couldn't recognize his voice because he sounds just like you. The devil is your ecstasy. You know how they say ecstasy enhances whatever it is that you crave or desiring? That's what he is. That's what he is. When she was mad and angry, he was enhancing that, influencing her. Yeah, go. You should go stab that bitch. She thinks she's slick. She thinks she's doing something because she the manager. You see how she tried to embarrass you in front of everybody, the customers and the employees. You see how they were recording you laughing, and you heard the little smirking when you was leaving out of the door. She think you ain't that bitch. She thinks she tough. You should go shore. Go shore and let everybody know you ain't to be fucked with. See, that's how he sound. He sounds just like whatever you feeling. When the devil talk to you, he sound just like how you feeling. You ain't gonna hear, you should go kill her. You should go take her. You're not gonna talk like that. You're gonna sound just like how you feeling. You're gonna think it's you. You're gonna think those ideas are coming from you. That's how come you can't recognize it from him. Because he sounds just like you. And whatever you feeling and going through at the moment, he just intensifies it. He enhances it. And just like you hear him saying that, you can hear the Spirit of the Lord saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Now you stuck with the choice. Is you going to humble yourself to the Spirit of the Lord, restraining you to not do it? Or you going to give in to the desires and influence of the enemy and trying to get you to do something that you believe you're going to get away with because he presented it so delightful that you actually think it's a possibility you can get away. That's what happened. And it's sad, you know what I mean, that something like this happened. I wouldn't doubt that this girl, what she's saying probably wasn't true. But the way she went about it is wrong, to the point you killed somebody and you wasted your life. But she was crying out, but felt she didn't have no place to go. She like, something need to be done about this. This going to stop. This has to stop. So she was lashing out. She felt some type of way. She like, and she now would feeling like you were picking on her. And it cost you your life. And it cost you your life. 9 times out of 10, you wasn't even in a good relationship with Jesus Christ. So that woman went straight to hell. 9 times out of 10, that woman went straight to hell. Because if she had a good relationship with Jesus Christ, what's being allegedly said about her, she would have been more loving, more pleasant to the people. She would have been a peacemaker within the working place. She would have been somebody who people respected, honored, and looked up to. But that wasn't the case. From what she's saying, she was a bitter woman, throwing her weight and power around and using it against the employee because she was the manager. And then talking slick to them, disrespecting them as adults. Then when they say something back, she get mad and offended and want to send them home. Again, I ain't saying that what's being said is all the way true, but I wouldn't doubt it. And I know people like that. And I know how sisters get down. So it seemed like this McDonald's had a few black people there. So I know how sisters and them get down. I know how black people are when it comes to that pride and arrogance. You know what I mean? Especially when 2 women don't see eye to eye, it could get vicious. So I get that, you know. But either way it go, it's sad, man. One woman lose her life, the other one on the way to prison for the rest of their life. That being said, that's another thing too that's crazy. Because while she was stabbing her and she was serving the person at the drive-thru, they had a license to carry. So they fired in the air as a warning shot. So then when she took off running, they went and chased her down and held her at gunpoint till the police came. So they were a witness to what you did. So you going to jail, mama, for the rest of your life for a McDonald's check. Sad. So let this be a lesson to us, man. Let this be a lesson. Because again, man, I don't be caring about what a person say. Just don't put your hands on me. You can say what you want. You can call what you want. That stuff don't mean nothing to me. I'm not entertaining none of that trash. Because it's just words. You're just flipping off at the lip. I'm the one giving power. I'm the one giving energy. It goes as far as I allow it to go. That's all this is. This goes as far as I allow it to go. So guess what? Say what you want. I'm just going to keep it moving. Just don't touch me. That's all it is. Because then I have a right to defend myself. By God and my government. And I guarantee you, he going to hand you over to me. But I'm going to avoid it if I can. Because I know what people go through. I know what I'm dealing with. I know who I am. And I know how the enemy works.
What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting.